Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino. Finally got the pullback to the weekly rotation zone in Bitcoin. You should not be surprised. We talked about it, that it could happen, and it did happen. We talked about the 11,800 level on the last video. Sorry we couldn't get another video out sooner. We were recording our podcast this morning, which will come out this weekend, where we're going to be talking extensively about cryptos, about the different levels and everything else. So make sure you tune in for that. I did talk about, and I'll show you, there was a little entry while we were recording the podcast, or actually right before the podcast, and I'll detail that out. That's the 50% retracement area of a spike, a long-tailed low candle, and I'll show you that. But we've talked about that 11,800 level. We actually then went to our significant level, which has been on the charts. You can go back in the past videos and look for this blue line. It has not moved, which is 11,155. And then the bottom of the row on the GAN rotation area, which was a 62.5 pullback, which was 10.8. We went to 10.7. So we finally returned to the rotation zone on this whole way up. People did not think it was possible. We got emails that, oh, it's not going back to 11,000. It's not going back there. We've talked about these levels on the video. We said, make sure you know where you need to get out should we continue lower. And we did continue lower because of the principle of the rotation zone. So let's check in on the daily. We'll go in the opposite direction. So you see that spike low. We're still trading right now back above the 50-period exponential. Any rallies now, it looks like we'll get the first cross of the rotation zone. So these are sellable rallies. There's going to be people who bought higher, and now it's gone all the way down, and now they need to get out on these rallies. They can't stomach this. So there's going to be sellers coming in on these rallies. So we're probably going to get the first cross of the rotation zone coming in on the daily. And we have it on the 4-hour, which we've talked about repeatedly. Look at every time we got the first cross. Go back to the videos over the last couple days. Into it again, and then it just took the dump. Now here's what I'm talking about. Here's one of our, and this is an aggressive entry because this could still head lower. So this is, if you're trading around a core position, this could be layering on something, and then it's selling it going into the rotation zone. So you have this long candle low, and then we watch for a 50 to 62.5% retracement of that, which we spiked down to 62, and then we got back up. So on a shorter time frame, like you can look at the 1 hour, which we also had a divergence trade on, which we talked about RSI divergence. I don't have the RSI in the charts right now, but we did have RSI divergence. Here was those entries dip back twice. Now we've hit the rotation zone on the 1 hour. So this again could be lightening up. Or if you're going to be a little more aggressive, you can wait for the 4-hour. But again, this could go back down, test these levels again. This could even go lower at this point because we have the rotation zone against us on the 1 hour. We have the rotation zone against us on the 4-hour. So just as, you know, when we were going up, the rotation zone was support, support, support. Now it's resistance, resistance, resistance. So don't get overly aggressive if you did pick some up, or if you can pick some up down here. You know, don't get greedy. This thing isn't going to go back to 20,000 instantly. It's got a lot of proof to do. And this is where you can dip your toe in. You know, again, this is an aggressive move. So we have talked about this. We'll put out another video going that most of these altcoins and cryptos have returned to their weekly rotation zones. That's why we pay attention to it. And now we can't get overly aggressive because all the rotation zones on the 1 hour, the 4-hour, the daily, they're all going to somewhat be against these positions. So that's all overhead resistance. Just wanted to give an update. We'll give some more updates probably later today and over the weekend on a wide variety of the cryptos. Please, and you should watch, even if you don't trade even if you don't trade Bitcoin, I hope you're watching this, because you'll gather things that we talk about, concepts that we talk about, and you can apply them to the cryptos you're trading. Or if you are only trading Bitcoin, you should still watch the other cryptos we talk about, because I'll give some knowledge. Again, we have 50 years combined trading experience that goes into these videos. So that's a lot of knowledge and experience, and things will pop into my mind and I'll say them because they can be applied to what's going on in these cryptocurrencies right now. And please, again, tune into our podcast this weekend. We go into this and we talk about it, and we have some fun talking about the cryptos. And so please listen. I will talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.